Jonathan spoke on the need to reduce the amount of effort and resources spent on military conflict to curb armed combat, and a renewed sense of optimism in the country's resolve to create a stronger and safer Nigeria.
This is not the easiest of times for the president to be addressing the UN in the wake of the bombing of the UN House in Abuja. But at the 66th session of the U.N.General Assembly today, President Goodluck Jonathan made emphatic statements on Nigeria's security challenges as it affects the sub-region and the international community, and the steps his administration is taking to address them.
Nigeria is working closely with the United Nations Counter-Terrorism Implementation Task Force, the Counter-Terrorism Executive Directorate, as well as relevant international bodies and friendly countries to sharpen our response mechanisms.
He pointed out that much effort and resources are being spent on military conflict, particularly by the international community, and suggested that preventive diplomacy be employed in its place.
Our goal should always be to present the peaceful alternatives as a less costly and effective way of achieving political and social objectives. I also believe that in addition to our traditional tools of preventive diplomacy, democracy and good governance can be particularly important in building a just, equitable and inclusive society.
Going beyond our borders, he talked about Nigeria's support for new and ongoing UN initiatives on the African continent. These include the setting up of a conflict mediation commission to collate information on conflict situations.
The increasing rate of piracy and other marine crimes, with their attendant damaging effects on security, trade and economic activities in the Gulf of Guinea and other locations, call for coordinated regional and global approaches. In this respect, I'd like to express support for the proposal of the Secretary General to deploy a United Nations assessment mission to understudy the situation in the Gulf of Guinea and explore possible options for UN support and action.
President Goodluck Jonathan thanked the UN for its support during this year's general elections.